Now, if you want, you can bring up my stream, right? And you can watch the chat if you want.
Do you mind sending me a link to your stream? I
It's
don't think I've
just
ever
go
been
to
there.
Phoenix Rising, and under General, I have it listed in there.
Phoenix Rising. The general chat?
Yes.
There we go.
Yes.
Sweet.
Okay, I am muted. Everything is ready on this end. Yeah, what I can do is, if you're not speaking, you can maybe give a listen and see how the volumes are, and I can adjust. Otherwise, chat will tell me.
Okay. Yeah, I'll mute myself and then turn on
Nope.
the volume there.
Yeah, I think you should be okay though. All right, so that's going. All right, good evening, everybody. Welcome to Nexomania Season 2, presented by Can't Counterpick Stupid Esports. As you can see, the overlay I'm using will be the Season 10 of NGS with their permission. And with me tonight is a fellow team member on Phoenix Rising Amethyst. His name is Tomjin. Tomjin, say hi to the people. Can you hear me, bud?
I can indeed hear you.
There we go. So, what are your thoughts? Have you had the opportunity to play in Nexomania before?
Oh, I haven't. I'm gonna get the chance on Thursday on with Phoenix Rising Amethyst, so
Oh, nice
I'm looking
plug.
forward to trying it out. I'm excited to see what's going on the Tuesday side here.
All right. All right. Well, like I say, I wanted to have you co-cast. Meat Drapes is going to join me on Thursday to co-cast your game when you guys play.
Sweet. Yeah, I see him
Um,
here on the Sapphire side
Say
under
again?
the tag. I see Meat Drapes here under his pseudonym Bloody Drapes.
Yes. Yes. Um, so I really want to shout out thanks to CCS Esports again for bringing Nexomania back. For those who are new, um, please follow while you're here, as well as CCS. It's basically a set of scrims that the teams play just to kind of get, teams who don't have the opportunity to scrim, to get them into scrims, maybe meet teams they can scrim against and such. Fully supported by NGS and CCS. I mean, they do a great job together. Um, and that's why I wanted to go with the NGS overlay. You will be seeing the season 10 presentation of it. There won't be a lot of cameras or webcams. I'm going to focus more on the teams. And for those who are new, how it works is the home team gets the choice of map pick or first pick. And in this case, Phoenix Rising Sapphire was the home team, and they chose first pick. So Canadian Commando ewok'S chose Volskaya Foundry. Also, got to say, absolutely love the name as a fellow Canadian.
Hey.
That's right. Yeah, so I'm really looking forward to it. Let me see where the teams are. It's about 5 minutes before, so I don't know if. Let me see if they want to start early. Why don't you tell the people while I'm talking to the team a little bit about yourself, what characters you like to play, and so on and so forth.
Sure. Yeah, I'm Tom Jen. I tend to play DPS characters or the carry characters for Phoenix Rising Amethyst. On this map, both Sky Foundry, my favorite character by far is probably Cassia, because there's lots of open space to move around, take advantage of, say, the movement speed if you spec into it at 13. If you lose the protector, you can stack on it with Q stacks. If not, at 16, you get the percent damage to knock down. I mean, percent damage is capped on the the Chocolat protector, but it's still good damage. I also love Sylvanas on this map because you can take the turret camps and then with the Mercenary Queen boost the power of those turrets on the camp. So what I'd like to see in this game is that both teams take the turret camp early, and then again during the objective they can go back and take the turret a second time, so they have 2 turrets for the objective fight. So we'll see what the teams end up being able to do here. Other favorite characters of mine, Tychus is very popular these days. I've been trying him out lately. Looking forward to seeing if we get to see some of him today. Otherwise, I'm willing to bet we'll see some Joanna, some probably a Hogger either present in the bans, likely, maybe not played. We shall see.
Yeah, should be
that
a
might
good
be
time.
about it.
Awesome. Well, so we're not just sitting. Hey, random person, welcome to the stream. Again, any new people, please take a follow. I'll be casting probably every Tuesday and Thursday, so you'll be able to follow along with my tale of both Sapphire and Amethyst. And I'll try to have the co-casters when I can, from each team, right? So they can. I mean, as Sapphire and Amethyst, we're going to be in the same division for NGS. Um, but we wanted Sapphire wanted Tuesdays, and because our team is a later team, we're going to be going to Thursdays, so you'll be able to see us then. However, I wanted to step down unless needed, and so I'm going to be trying to cast as many. Um, yeah, so for all you people who have teams in NGS Division E, you'll get a bird's eye view from both players and perspectives of who your competition will be. All right, I want to get us closer, so you're going to hear, I'm going to just switch our screens and get closer to in-game. So be right back.
Oh, looks like Covey has made it back. We might be able to start up the game here once Sparhawk comes back.
I am ready.
Right. Looks like Covey's good to go.
Good. And I do apologize. The overlay for Canadian Commando ewok'S, I wasn't able to figure out a way to shrink it down because it always kept saving at the same size when I tried to put it in here. So I've talked with the captain, and he doesn't mind. Uh, he likes the picture, and you can see it's an Ewok, so it kind of self-explanatory. All right, let's get into the draft.
I'm excited to see what our first bans are going to be here. Team Sapphire has the first pick, so they'll be the first one to ban here. What would you like to see from bans, or do you expect here, Spar?
Well, um, I know Drapes, so I'm sure he shared with the team some research that he had done earlier. Um, just looking at the heroes, so they may have an idea of where they would like to ban. Um, I mean, I'm going to expect first game. It's going to be traditional bans. Who you do you not want to play with, and as teams start playing each other, they'll be able to scout. Like perfect first ban, Diva. You know, everybody wants to play her, nobody gets to play her. So let's see what Canadian Commandos want to do.
So the high priority picks in the meta right now are probably Diva, Gazlo. It's a Garrosh band. That was not going to be one I was going to mention. Chromie, Cassia, and Hogger, I think, would probably be the main ones from my perspective. Any that you think I'm missing, Spar?
Uh, Not necessarily. I like the Hogger
There's the
ban.
Hogger.
I don't want to really ruin any surprise. So I'm not going to give any real information for first game. There is a 30-second delay, so it doesn't really bother me. Right? And again, I see we have a few new people, so I want to welcome you to Season 2 of Nexomania, presented by CCS Esports. As you can see, first game for Sapphire, or Phoenix Rising Sapphire, and Canadian Commando ewok'S is
The wait
underway.
is over.
First pick, Cassia.
First pick, Cassia. I told you, Cassia is amazing on this map. We won't be seeing any nano boost combos that did get banned out, but this also means that Chromie is still up and Gazlo.
Nope, there are no bans. I mean, like no hero selection was or combination is banned for for Nexomania.
Yeah. But the Anna
Wow.
got banned by the Canadians here. So
Oh,
we'll be
I see what you're
seeing
saying, right? Well, they could always take medic. It's like a nano boost.
Not quite the same. More attack speed, but
Uh,
I mean, Cassia has both, so we'll see what they have. Kobe going to the Varian. So we'll be looking for probably some kind of a blow-up comp here.
yeah. I mean, Colby likes his variants, that's for sure.
On the
And Deckard
side,
can really help. Either set up the blow up or follow through on the blow up for multiple kills. What do you feel about the Sonya Stuka? Oh, and the Malthael ban.
oh,
So,
Malthael ban. I wonder if they have seen Bloody Drapes or Meat Drapes as Malthael. They're
yeah,
expecting that
that
out.
could be. Followed
Uh,
by Diablo ban. So they're taking away any real stun for Stukov, Sonya type leap shenanigans.
Yeah, I think Sonya's in a really good place right now. They buffed a lot of her talents. 13 at the 13 spin talent, and then a lot of the W talents got buffed. So I think Sonya's a strong pick, regardless of the map, especially say Infernal Shrines. There's a Sylvanas. I think I mentioned it earlier in the stream. That used the Mercenary Queen for the turrets. Stukov
Right.
also very popular in CCL. Uther very popular in CCL.
Uther
Very strong pick so far.
Do you think he'll be a tank Uther, or do you think he'll just be a second healer?
I'm guessing that's going to be a main tank Uther here. Like you've already got one front line from the Sonya, but who knows? It could be a hyper carry Sylvanas here.
Ooh, and Drapes with his Leoric, which most people know about, and looks like Lagwagon is picking up Jaina.
Yeah, so we'll have some Entomb to combo with the Blizzard from Jaina. I'll be curious whether Legwagon picks up any of the latest talents on Jaina, the level 4 Arcane Intellect or the Ice Lance. What was it called? Icewind Fury, that was it at level 7. And
Ice
Imperious,
Wand Fury.
Icewind Fury.
Yeah.
And you're right, it is going to be a hyper carry Sylvanas here, so it's a main tank Imperious for the side of the Canadians.
Awesome. I can't wait to see it. Let's load into our game and get things underway. I'll wait for the game to actually start and then I'll uh, we'll call out the team. Oh, I'll probably have to make my mouse smaller, so we'll deal with that when the game starts.
Okay.
But as you can see on Phoenix Rising Sapphire, we have Varian played by the Siskovi, Jaina played by Lagwagon, Bloody Drapes on Leoric, Stitch bringing out the Cassia, which I can't wait to see, and Lost bringing out his semi-infamous Deckard.
And for the Canadians, we have Silver Spy on Sonya, Bameduho on Sylvanas, sorry if I butchered that, Ewok on Uther, Blastician on Stukov, and Sub-Zero on Imperius.
And don't worry, as a caster, you're fully entitled to butcher names. We do it all the time.
Excellent.
All right, so I'm going to go
So what do you think of the two different drafts here? Who do you think has won the draft in this case, Spar?
I think if they can play what they drafted, I mean, I'd love to give the advantage to the Ewoks, but I know Sapphire has practiced their Varian, so I think they're really comfortable. So I think this is going to be a really good first game to watch.
We got the pain train rolling in here by the
nice.
The Canadians. Poor Stukov got left behind, but off we go here. So Cassia is going to be going to the charge strikes, so no Q stacking for her.
Right, but Jane is going regen. So fingers
big engage onto Varian right off the bat here, and that is going to be a blow up. You can see the layered CC by the Canadians draft here coming through.
I think the Drapes was able to get maybe one minion wave through, because they look like they're still pretty even with that kill. You know, although like the kill experience is pretty low. They are gonna miss some mid though for the red team.
Yeah, it is now 5 seconds until the camps are going to spawn. I'm excited to see who's going to go for their turret camp. We do see Canadians moving in that way while they are being engaged on mid. Sub-Zero being slowed by the Jaina, but looks like they are going to disengage. And it is going to be Sylvanas solo taking their turret camp at the 1 minute mark.
No one going for their camp yet.
No, we got Sylvanas for the side of the Canadians here.
Yeah, I meant for Sapphire.
This is true, yes. Instead, they go for the advantage on the rotations. So we do see that the Canadians are falling a little bit behind in terms of the rotations to catch that soak. But it does look like Sylvanas finished the camp in time to catch the mid soak as I was about to crash into the towers there.
Hey, Raj, welcome to the stream. And no, I won't have cameras on tonight.
We do see the Canadians moving in for an early take on the healing beacon.
I really like this call.
It's something they're able to do because they did get that early cap on the turret camp, whereas Sapphire was a little bit later on that, and so they weren't able to contest the healing beacon.
Yep.
Ooh,
I do like
another layered CC. Uther stun into Imperius. Chunky
nice
down
taunt.
to half.
Is there follow-up?
Oh,
Not quite.
Cassia damage just not quite enough right there.
No, it was a good engage with the taunt, but people, like all the heroes, need to level up a bit to create more damage.
I'm excited to see how those team fights are going to go at after level 7. So the major power spike for Cassia with the Surge of Light. That might have been a kill.
And Kobe will have a bit more power with 7 with his heal as well.
That's true, yeah, you can stay in the fights a bit longer.
Looks like they're grabbing, Sapphire's grabbing their, I call them airplane camps. I know people want to call them bruisers, but they're airplanes, so I just call them airplane camps.
We do see Canadians taking their own camps, so they're likely the Sapphire camp is going to push into the wall and actually be cleared first if left alone. And the camp by the Canadians should have the priority. But the advantage is that Team Sapphire does have the early channel on the objective, so we'll see how this is going to work out.
Oh, that's right. I like the potion spread by Deckard. It's front line and back line, so it should help the team. But they really want to I think I might have kept Drake down soaking against Sonya. You know, to get 7.
Yeah, we do see an early level 7s for the Canadians, so they do still have their Imperious top, and Uther is on their own. This is a 4 versus 4 here. As they move in, a turret is placed down. Uther does live through this engage.
Wow.
Oh. Full commitment by both
Twice.
sides. Nobody falling.
Wow. A lot of people low.
A lot of people low on both sides, especially on the side of Sapphire. Somehow... Oh, and
First blood.
Leo
Oh, no,
is going to be
second
first blood. Well done by the Canadians here. Somehow managing... I was sure that several of the characters are going to fall at any point, but managed to keep them alive.
Oh, I 100% agree. That was such a great fight.
Just shows the power of double support in this early game.
Oh, that is correct, yes.
But we do see the Surge of Light coming through for the Cassia now, and the healing, the Victory Rush for Varian that you were talking about, and it is the Arcane Intellect and the Ice Fury Wand for James. So that'll be interesting.
I have to agree. I mean, that camp still top is doing work, but they have a lot of time to either respond. It looks like they're going for the machine camp, and they'll re-engage in mid once everybody's ready. Are you at all surprised by the Deckard talent build, like to not see Ruby at 4?
I do think Potions of Shielding is a strong talent regardless. Ruby is good. It depends on who it is that you need to be keeping alive. If you're worried about your backline, the Potion of Shielding is good. Oh, and it's a kill.
Yeah.
Huge grouping, lots of damage by Jaina at the end there, but it is going to be Leo who falls.
Yes. There was a beautiful cleanse by Uther onto the person who got targeted, so totally prevented blow up. Really, really well played. And they are taking it top. They're going to try and take care of that first well, while Sonya appears to be free soaking mid bot.
We do see the Black Arrows of Sylvanas coming through there, shutting down one of the towers. So it's an empowered push with Sylvanas outside. Getting back to the Deckard talents, I do think the Potion of Shielding is a very strong talent. It'll allow Cassia to get in there a little bit more aggressively, gives Jaina some shielding when she needs it, as opposed to having to move around and pick up those rubies. So.
Oh, no, I agree. Yeah. And they're well rewarded, you know, first well,
and it's
first for the
they're punishing the engage by Varian there with the mind control and all the layered CC again. I like the pick of mind control here because it just allows Sylvanas to put out so much more burst with her immediately applying her trait, the 3 stacks of trait, and allowing her to do her maximum damage.
Oh, I would 100% agree. Okay, so we're up to level 10s. Anything out of the ordinary that you would make a comment on, like we're 10s?
Nothing unexpected. I do think nothing on the side of Sapphire, mind control. No D-Shield. I would have expected, no Divine Storm. I would have expected Divine Storm into Cassia to try and combat and remove the Cassia armor. We do see a tussle in the mid lane here. Big engage by Varian trying to get the taunt off. The Canadians are going to be able to turn around and get that pick onto Cassia. Really good engage by
beautiful counter engage by
there,
ewok'S there, securing the kill on Cassia.
And as I talked about, like wanting to see the Divine Storm, it was a great D-Shield by Uther to keep him in the fight.
Oh, I agree. 100%. Another kill. 7-0 at the moment.
We do see Jaina putting in the Blizzard as when the engage happens here, slowing them down. So if they ever get to the point where Sapphire can keep the primary target from falling from the layered CC here, they do have the slows and the control in the fight that is happening to perhaps turn this around later half of this game.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Right. I mean, right now they're grabbing their camps and getting ready for the V adjustment, which should be up in about a minute or so, I think.
And we have another gank attempt in the bottom lane. Big spear from Imperious, but Uther wasn't there this time to follow up with the layered CC. So Drapes was able to Wraith walk out of there.
Thinking that's more of a scare tactic to try and keep him back, kind of, so they can, try and dominate elsewhere in the field.
I'm getting another
Right.
terminal ready for you.
Yeah. Second objective will be spawning in about 20 odd seconds.
Oh, huge counter engage with the Stay a While and Listen, but it's not going to be enough to save the targets. We see the Divine Shield on Sonya to get in there and do a lot of damage. We aren't going to see any of the new talents on Sonya now that I look closely. It's what I like to call the Glass Cannon build with no Shot of Fury at 4 and the Poison Spear, so none of the spin talents for sustain.
Right.
Control it and you can
And we see it doing work there with the D shield, allowing Sonya to dive in there deep and get the kill.
Are you surprised at all? Do you think that the ewok'S pretty much countered the blow-up idea of the variant with the double healer pick and bringing the Uther in with the Divine Shield?
Oh, totally. I think Uther is a super strong counter pick into the variant blow-up. He, with the cleanse to save the primary target, I would have even almost expected the other level 7 talent. I'm trying to remember what it's called, but it grants the 50 armor.
Oh, right.
It would have also been a great pick. Oh, great Stay a While. This could be a really good fight for Sapphire. We see Sylvanas coming into the back line. Mind control is out. Oh, Ewok drops really low, but they're turning it onto the Ewok. Is Ewok going to fall? Ewok falls. And the turret is out by Canadians. Another good route by Deckard. Varian is still in there. Cassia, fend. Oh my gosh, this is everywhere. Nobody dies. Varian finally falls. The double support really coming through in this long fight. Are they going to get the 4th and the 5th kill? Big route for the disengage, but Sonya is going to find the 4th kill into the Jaina. Yes.
You know what surprised me out of that entire fight was that I'm not sure who the person was, but when they had the engage and had the advantage for Sapphire, they did not drop their machine gun to secure or at least increase the pressure, whereas ewok'S did drop theirs and it helped them greatly. And the one that's here was the one that was stolen because the person had died.
Right. And we even do see another turret camp. There is an invade by the Canadian ewok'S to steal the turret away from Team Sapphire. So taking advantage of that team fight to both get the objective and the additional turret.
All right, so what do you want to do with this Punisher?
Here you've got 2 choices. One, you can go for a keep. The entire team is up, so the standard choice here would be to rotate to the bottom lane and try and take out that well again to get ready for the protector of this game. We do see it often. The strategy defending is that you do try and take the fight away from the protector and cause a 5v3 like we see here. So we saw
right.
the stun by Varian. We saw the entomb. Are they going to be able to get the kill though? We see slows. We see even more slows from the Jaina. The water elemental is popped, but they were not able to secure the kill. They had both the 2 supports outside the protector, and they are able to keep the Imperious alive. Wow, really good defense by the Canadians. I'm impressed.
Yes. For a team that Ewok had created pretty much today, I know they did some games together, find some kind of chemistry. I think they're playing to their strengths and they're capitalizing. Oh, taunt.
Ewok there going for the engage onto Varian from the bush and nearly having a turn on him. Stukov able to keep him alive, and the team is turning him around. The Punisher actually going to get the kill there, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Did I call it the Punisher again? I meant the Protector.
Yes. That's okay.
Caster brains.
Yes, exactly. We're allowed to be have errors and issues. That's part of the culture. All right. Well, right now they're pushing hardcore into the mid. Could be going keep. 6 teams are online for Sapphire, so some of their characters do get some strengths. They should try to make sure they grab those glows, which is a really good call. And now their team, Jane is set up. She went the increased blizzard and damage. So, they are in a really good position now for blow up to really lock someone down.
full
well as
blizzard
Cassia.
spec by Jaina, so no icy veins. We do see Leo pushing the bottom fort hard here. I think he looks like he might be punished for this. And it looks like he will be as Wraith Walk is down. And so that's a kill.
Yep.
I would have liked to see Sapphire go for a fight there. That would have been their one chance once everyone had spawned to get a pre-20s and even talent tier fight.
Oh, I 100% agree.
Instead of sending Leo to the bottom lane to try and soak up and try and get to the 20s, I would have liked them to go to the turret camp, go to the healing beacon and look for that fight. And now we have an advantage for the Canadians, so you can see them moving down to the bottom lane to try and take this fort and gain an advantage on the third protector session.
That is correct.
Red team
And so
has destroyed the fort.
all forts are gone for PRS. And, oh, we have a big engage.
Big engage.
Mind
Healing
control,
beacon's already
silence.
down. D-shield is out. Disengaged by Stukov. Everyone looking healthy on the side of the Canadians.
Taunt.
Flanked by Sonya. Oh, lots of low characters. Double kill by the side of Sapphire. They're gonna get Stukov. They get Stukov. Is Sonya gonna get the follow-up kill?
3 for 2.
3 for 3
Drop
right
your,
now. And
again, you guys, no, you
Jaina
drop
falls.
it.
is this gonna be a pentakill? This is a 5-man team wipe here.
Did the
Wow.
Sparhawk.
That was it was an incredible fight. I mean, in the beginning it could have went either way.
access its
And again,
terminal
I
when
think
bring
I
it
would
online.
point out the MVP of the fight was the turrets dropped almost right away by ewok'S. Because again, Sapphire held on to theirs. You know, I mean, they just need to get into the habit.
Red
When you get into a fight like that, turrets are your friend. You know, you drop them. Right. No
Every
sense
single
holding on to
turret
it.
on the side of the Canadians were dropped. They had 3 turrets and a healing beacon going into that fight. Gave them a
Yes.
huge advantage there. Despite a great engage by Team Sapphire, they were able to drop I think both Uther and Imperius very early there, but were not able to get the full team fight advantage. That said, I think it was a good fight to take because they, despite losing all 5 of their heroes, they were able to get 3 kills. So that's a lot of XP with the comeback mechanics.
Oh yes, yes. Now they're much closer to 20, and you know, they have a really good chance now to engage.
But they did lose the keep in the middle, so this protector could potentially be game ending if they decide to try and take it through mid. If they get another kill, potentially right here. Taunt on the
There's
Uther,
taunt. No
disengage,
Jaina to follow up.
and
Smart
the
call.
Sapphire rightfully backs off here as they do not have the level 20 talents. So that is another item for the Canadian Commando ewok'S.
Now, what's your thought here? Would you? I know you want to get 20. They are going to have the protector. So do you give up protector and go for what you can to defend against it, or do you want to fight and try and maybe get that protector, knowing whatever you can find them, you're going to have a man advantage because there's one person on that protector? What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I think at this point, if you have the chance to fight, I think you should take this 20 versus 20 fight. It's always a lot harder. Like the protector, can do a lot of damage, but we are going to see that engage. And Sapphire is too slow to get the fight before, and for the fight behind the protector. So we do see the stay while out. Only goes on to protector. The Buried Alive does catch the Uther, limiting the value of this double support comp. We've got Cassie in the backline with the Ball Lightning doing a lot of damage to Stukov, but not able to get the kill. Imperius super slowed by the Jaina. And Sapphire is able to turn around. We had signs the Imperius actually drop out of the protector there to try and help with that fight. Sonya goes down. Really good counter engage here and fight by Team Sapphire.
Absolutely
What are your thoughts on
beautiful.
that spot?
I mean, their engage was so. Cheers for them. You know, the protector's forced to be a defensive protector, and there's some long timers before people can get back. So they could possibly take heat if they so desire to push one.
It's interesting just the value that protectors get in the game these days. I remember watching one of the CCL games where I can't. I
Taunt,
think was it
where's the
Oxygen?
follow-up?
They just gave the protector to their offlaner, and he just went back to offlaning with the protector. A good use by the turret there, forcing Kobe to disengage on the variant. Another attempt at a sail wall missing there by
And a
Lost
swipe
from Team
by
Sapphire.
Stuka.
Oh, mind control onto Kobe. That is going to be the upgrade mind control, so it's on a 15-second cooldown. It will be right back up. And
You take keep. Good job
get
for
the
them,
keep.
man. They're backing away.
but look at the core on the left-hand side. They came at a cost.
Yes. What do they have? 1, 2, 3. Soon to be 4
Blue
catapults.
team's core is under
Yeah, one of them did get taken out, but it's a fair amount of percentage that they're losing on the core.
Hero.
Oh, and Varian got picked off on the retreat. They were very low from the mind control, from the Uther engaging with his D-shield, so they are going to get picked off. Is this going to be the end? Are they going to go for core? Do you think they can go core here?
You got no, not with 2 down. I think they can still pull off a good defense.
They pick a turret and they're moving in. They're going to pressure it.
The turret could be again
Blue team's
MVP of the
core
game.
is under attack.
Right.
Turret is down. They're going for it. They're going core.
Well, I
Core
mean,
is at 26. The shield is already down. Double spear by Imperius. This is game. This has got to be game
yeah,
Spar.
100%. Yeah, good game though. GG's.
Great spear by Sub-Zero here to finish off the game, and well played by the Canadians.
All right, let's bring up the match summary. Do you want to go over those numbers for people?
Sure. We
Like what
see-
stands out to you?
First thing that stands out is the siege damage by the Sonya. It's huge amount. I remember seeing Sonya double soaking, moving in and catching the mid soak while we had a 4-man pushing top in the early game. Also 12 kills. Silver Spy almost smurfing here on that Sonya with that poison spear rampage build. Very old fashioned. None of the new W build talents. I do see a lot of damage by Cassia. She did go for the full auto attack build with the range at 13 and percent damage at 16. That did do a lot of work in that protector fight in the last one. Cassia also doing good work here in this game. What about you, Spar? Anything that stands out to you?
I like the Stukov healing. You know, it was good numbers at 73. Sonya going like 12 kills. I mean, really surprised with that one. And I mean, again, top DPS goes to Sylvanas. You know, it was 88,000, 90,000 siege. Yeah, I mean,
Just
it's a
what
really
they
good
needed
game. They
from
played well.
their hyper carry DPS.
Yes, I agree. All right, so let's see and get ready for the next one. All right, and let me talk to the teams. Just trying to hear from the captains.
Good. I might let you arrange that, and I'll be right back.
Yep, that is fine. I'm just going back to my starting screen. I have not made a give me a minute screen. So that was a really good game. Hey, Corrosive. That was a really good game for both teams. And I have to give kudos for Canadian Commando ewok'S. Like I said, that team was literally made today. So they played really, really, really well. We're just waiting to hear back for which map we'll be going to. And stay tuned for after the match as well, because we will be doing a winners interview. For those who don't know, I can update the map while I'm talking. For those who don't know, teams play 3 games regardless And so, I mean, one team will have two wins, and then we're gonna do like winners, get them ready for NGS type thing. And again, I also wanted to throw a shout out to CCS Esports for putting on Nexomania Season 2. Right, really good job, and just letting them know, and we should be getting into a draft very shortly. All right, so let me update the map choices. All right. Let us move in. So as you can see, uh, yes, let's. I'll be right back, and we'll get into our map.
I'm back. So it says we're going to have a Towers of Doom here, but gotcha.
But yes, as you can see, uh, Phoenix went with first pick again, and CCE went with Brothers bringing us to Towers of Doom. You know, in a way, I'm kind of surprised. You can give me your thoughts out on it after I finish. Um, I was kind of thinking I would see some surprise maps. You know, and it could be the first game, so maybe I'll see them later on. You know, but with things like Warhead Junction, Blackheart's Bay, Haunted Mines, you know, as available playable maps. Yeah, I'm hoping maybe as Nexomania goes on, teams are going to go to them and maybe not stick to just like the NGS or Heroes Lounge style of picks. What do you think?
Yeah, I would love to see some games on Haunted Mines on Blackheart's Bay. Usually, almost kind of the hated maps for a lot of people who are in quick match when you're, say, an NGS team trying to practice. I think a lot of times here, the team, I guess in this case, the Canadians, they're sticking to the maps they're familiar with, what they've been practicing on in Sturm League. And maybe as the season goes on, as people get a chance to do scrims on some of the less picked maps like Blackheart's Bay, like Haunted Mines, maybe we'll see a bit more of them.
That is true. And again, I want to let everybody know this is Nexomania Season 2, presented by CCS Esports. The overlay I'm using, um, I was given permission from NGS to use, so I went with this one. I may try my own that I have set up for the next game, next week's cash, but I'm not sure. I just want to see how it works. And as well as if you can find any of our volumes low or game volume low in game, please let us know and I can change that, right? So if the game volume's too low or one of us is too loud, I usually get that one. But don't hesitate to tell us so I can adjust people. Thank you very much. And that's my official TOS mentions. that I want to put out there, right? Because it's a great program the CCS is putting on, fully endorsed by the NGS community and organization, right? So it's a lot of fun. So the teams are just getting ready to go, and then we'll go into the draft. I mean, again, I really was impressed with the last match. For a one-day build team, you know, ewok'S played really well. Let's see how Sapphire comes back for game two. I mean, I think they might have got caught by surprise um, with the ewok'S when they came out, maybe not expecting that, right? So hopefully they can figure out a way to come back from it and take us to a game three, even though they'll be playing three games if they want to or not. However, the teams, by the rules, do have the option to forfeit if they want to give up the third game, right? But I'd recommend to any team involved that you take the advantage of all three, you know, because they're all scrims. I mean, there's no medals, no awards, you know, it's just about having fun and getting your team ready for the season.
I fully agree. I think it's hard to get 10 people together at a given moment to be able to scrim like this. So I think players should do their best to take full advantage. And if they're going to, even if they think they're going to lose the third game, try something different. Try juice pirates. Try, I don't know.
No, not juice
some
pirates.
other something different. Try something out of the box. Try a Stitches comp, for example. Just see if something different sticks. Some heroes maybe that you're thinking of working on and you don't mind losing with. Like there's lots of ways you can take advantage of the extra game and get valuable experience regardless of whether you're playing a really strong team.
I agree. Right. Oh, it looks like teams are ready, so we will be loading into the draft right away.
I'm excited to see the draft coming out here on both sides. I think the Canadian Commando ewok'S had a really strong draft in the last game, both with the Uther pick and with the double bruiser and Uther frontline. So we'll see if Sapphire responds to that. I'd almost like to see them pick the Uther away here, as this is a map where you often want to run a strong four-man in the bot lane and have a double soaker, so mid-top for a large portion of the game. So
Yeah, I would totally agree. No,
I'm
first
excited to
band's Diablo.
see where Uther ends up in this draft. And the early ban onto Diablo, I think Sapphire banned Diablo as their third ban in the last game, didn't they?
They did.
So
They may know something about the tank player on their team.
yeah, they must know something that we don't here. And the spec on the
Garrosh again.
Garrosh. So they don't want to see the flips.
Yep.
Again, if you're going to run an Uther comp again, if you get flipped on an Uther, you don't have a ton of mobility. So
The
that's what I'm
irony
thinking anyhow.
that I have to point out is I could see Canadian Commando ewok'S literally running the same comp, right? Because it worked so well and it was pretty strong, right? But it does look, however, that Phoenix Rising Sapphire is going to change things up by
They're
banning
not
the
going for
Casio.
Casio this time.
Say again?
They're not going to first pick it, and they don't want to give it away.
Yeah, no, it's a smart call. If you're not running it, might as well ban it because you know what it does.
But is there going to be a Hogger ban here, Spar? Or is there a chance we see a Hogger game here?
I am not 100% if anyone on Sapphire plays Hogger. I know you like to play him. So, and then I know really nothing about the ewok'S as they were just made today. So, I would love to see a Hogger on the first night of Nexomania Season 2. Sponsored by CCS, by the way.
Can't cover pick stupid.
Yep, but again, we have a Brightwing band, so we'll have to see how this goes. It looks like
So
we
we're
have
gonna
a
see,
first
they're
pick
thinking.
Stuke off.
Uther is up. Hogger is up. They're taking the Leo away. Leo's a strong offlaner, can double soak here.
Wow.
And Anduin.
I'm wondering if does Drapes pull out the Gazlo?
We might see it here. We do know that Drapes has a high level Gazlo.
Scary on it.
Even before Gazlo got reworked and buffed. But
Oh,
we are
I've known Drapes for years. Like we joined beta together, and he was a god Gazlo back then. And so I'm really glad that he accepted the rework for Gazlo and learned it, took it in stride, you know, and really learned to master the champion again. Because for those of us who played long ago Gazlo, and those of us who played today's Gazlo, we know he's two different people. But I see a Tychus and a Li Ming, so I like that. I do like that for sure.
it's spelling out a really strong blow up comp for Team Sapphire here. I'd love to see the variant here again. It's not banned out for Team Sapphire. I know it didn't get them the win in the last match, but I think they have even more burst this time with the Li Ming, with the Tychus, to maybe pull that off. And we see it Stitches. We see it Stitches spot.
Like I wish I need to have bells and whistles that go off when I see Stitches. He's one of my favorite tanks in the game. I always love playing him. You know, I know so many people who are one tank ponies, and the only tank they can play is Stitches. It's so great. I mean, I think he could use a little tweaking to make him a little more viable, but with the comp they have, the Ganduin and such, I think they're fine. Oh, we see the variant and the Urel. That's a nice pick.
Yeah,
go with
Urel to jump in. Oh no!
My God!
Oh no!
It's going to be the Medieval Gorge.
Oh yep. Man!
It's Medieval Gorge.
It not only is there a portal, but there's an Anduin to leap of faith the Stitches once he's gorged someone into behind the wall. Do you see that?
Yes.
So if Medivh's on position, then you can still see the leap of faith to try and make the kidnap successful, or we could have both of them.
All
that
right,
is a scary comp. What do you think, Spar?
I am excited. We've shown that, like we watched last game, and we've seen that they were able to perform it like at a good level. So I think they can do it. Let's see what Sapphire brings. I'll quickly introduce Sapphire. We have Varian by This Is Kobe again. Stukov is playing by Fluffy, which is really nice to see him involved in the game. Stitch on Tychus, Bloody Drapes on Urel, and Lost is playing Li Ming. What about those ewok'S?
And for the Canadian Commando ewok'S, we have the Meduho. Again, not sure if I pronounced that right, on Medivh. Sub-Zero on Orphea. He was on Imperius last game, so this time he's on the DPS side. We have Ewok on Stitches, Blastician on Anduin, and Silver Spy on the Leoric.
Who do you think won in the draft?
I mean, honestly, I would give this one over to Team Sapphire. I think they have a really strong blow-up comp once level 4 is hit for Varian. Once they have that taunt. I think the skill of execution for the Canadian Commando ewok'S is a little high, and I think that they might suffer for it. We'll see if they can perform. If they can perform, they've got a very scary comp. So let's see what happens here, Spar.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, right now, everybody's just no B-stepping, no sprays, kind of disappointed. Nice teleport by Lost to get out of the way.
Great hook already by Stitches. And we do see Orphea stepping out pretty far and has to be saved by Anduin and the Medivh here. Again, another double support game here, Spar.
That is true. Are you surprised by Stitch's level 1, the patchwork creation? As opposed to like globes or speed? You know,
I do think the globes would have been the proper choice here, because that does give you the movement speed to again empower that kidnap strategy, which is what it looks like their comp is wanting to do. I think the patchwork is a good talent, but probably not what they were going for right here.
I think the soaking by Sapphire is much cleaner this time. Oh, and
I
both
mean, as you say
macro.
that, there's a wave crashing into the top lane, so Leo is getting a bit ahead in the soak. The good 3, maybe 4 minions being lost in the top lane.
I do think, by the looks of it, Drapes was able to get up on, get most of it. I mean, it's just probably a couple of minions that are down.
Yeah, hardly worth noting, but it looks to be, I don't know if another couple of minions are picked up somewhere else, but it does look like we have even XP going into here.
Well, both.
It's going to be an early clear on the Sappers by the Canadians, but Stitch is getting really chunked by the Tychus here. He is able
That
to
would
move
be a
out.
dead Stitches if they had 4. I believe. Globes. Hey, globes. What I always scream to my team. I need globes.
Oh, big hook in the slow and a route to follow up. Really good coordination here by the Canadians. And we did see
Oh, there's a
Medivh with the
taunt.
protect to limit that minigun value from Tychus on the Stitches. Really liking how they're playing this so far.
I have to agree. Right? Little break in the pause, getting some healings out. Right? Yeah, I think if Sapphire can lock on once Kobe calls his taunt to target, I think they're gonna have great success.
The off lane again. Look at the mid lane. Leo just pushed in another wave and forced Irel to miss another wave of soak. So far I'd say the off lane matchup is going to the Leo to Silver Spy.
See their plans for what they want to do. Try and
So we
take the
do
2 top
see
ones, stall bottom
Van-
for Sapphire. Oh,
looks
this
like
could
it
be a
is-
kill.
Yeah, we
Oh,
do
no.
see the channel on the left-hand side by Team Sapphire. They had only a 3-man commitment to the team fight in the bottom. You saw Medivh rotate up top to try and secure the top right altar for the Canadians, and he's back now, just in time to save Stitches from the minigun from Tychus. But
Oh,
Tychus
it's
is
going
gonna
to go down. Nice route by Andor.
Really good delay by Team Sapphire here, just poking them down, rotating 2 up top to make sure they could get their channel and their altar, and then taking the fight to the ewok'S here.
That was a
for the bottom.
really nice counterplay, I have to say, by Phoenix Rising Sapphire. Same talent tiers, nobody had 7. They kind of were able to stall until Tychus was able to come down, and then they engaged hard, and they got first kill of a game onto ewok'S. So really
And
good job for Sapphire, really impressive. Nice comeback. Hook goes out,
Totally.
taunt goes on to Orphea.
We do
Real
see the
follow-up.
bigger they are, taking a good chunk out of the Orphea there, but she is able to use her Q. Oh, I was going to say to get out, but she's looking awfully low there. It's looking like Sapphire is going to be able to push in their Sapphires and do some damage to one of the towers here.
No, they opened up the side wall, main gate, which is really good. Right
Do you
now, I'm
think
saying Sapphire looks in they're in a really good position. Looks like they did a regrouping, and they don't want to go down without a fight. I mean,
The Sapphire is looking strong here, but again, remember what's the power spike for the ewok'S?
yeah,
It's level 10s, right?
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
when they get the
correct.
kidnap.
yeah.
Uh,
And the other thing I noticed though is that Sapphire, with that 1 kill, they're taking about a quarter
Moving
of the level
and
and
here
engaging
on the
here.
camp. Big move in by Variant and by Tychus. Tychus getting low, but Medivh loses his stacks. Oh, and the resets. Li Ming able to pop off, get the 3rd kill. Are they going to get the 4th? No.
Now.
Orphea able to pop out there.
That was a perfectly
Sorry,
timed
Bart.
kills. You get 3 kills, free objective. No competition.
Really good fight for Team Sapphire there, taking it. Able to take that fight, get the triple kill before the objective, and secure the early level 10s.
Well, yes. I mean,
And here
what
we
do
see Odin sieging up. They're going to take this early bell tower ahead of the objective. And Tell me, Spar, why are they everyone four-manning the bottom lane here? Why is the bottom lane so important on this map?
Typical strategy, for those who don't know, is if you can double soak your top mid lane, you're able to have a 4-man in the bottom for this exact cause, right? This is where the Sapphires run. And if you can control this bottom beacon tower, I mean, you do make it hard for your enemy to get anywhere, right? And a lot of teams will like literally keep a 4-man or a 3-man so that teams can't take the keep back. I mean, it might not seem like a lot, but it's one shot, and it does make the difference in the game. So I mean, this is really well done for Sapphire. Even forcing ewok'S to have to use heroes to get control of this. You know, they're fighting in a really bad spot under a tower. There's taunt
really
was
good
out.
Taunt by Varian onto Medivh, and they are able to reset those stacks once again. Medivh set back to 0 on his
Wow.
Arcane Rift quest.
5-0 for Sapphire this game.
But level 10s
Wow,
are
wow.
in for
Oh yes,
the Ewoks.
yes. Yes.
That gives us the Gorge. That gives
Oh,
us the
wow.
big taunt
Light
after
bomb?
the Gorge. Tygus being kidnapped into the end zone, but he's gonna Varian stepping up, trying to deflect here. We're able to block most of the damage with his shield wall, his level 10 talent. And they're able to save the Tygus. And this looks like it's gonna be a double channel for Team Sapphire.
So what do you think Kobe will go at 13? Will he go for the reduced healing, or will you think he'll go for the shield?
Bring down the break.
What's your thought?
You're losing.
There are some minor shields here. Orphea, if she specs into the shields, she is going for a chomp build, so she'll have shields on her level.
Oh, and more for
13
Medivh,
talent?
because he's putting shields on the taunted target.
Oh, that's the Anduin. Which talent is that?
No, for Varian. You know, he can do the Mortal Strike, right, to reduce healing. He can reduce shields, right? And Kobe went with the Mortal Strike for the healing, which I think is actually a good call.
The right call here. I don't see a ton of shields by the red team. There will be the Orphea with the level 13 talent when that comes through, I'm guessing. But I think Mortal Strike here with the double support will be a really strong talent. We see the light bomb coming out by the Canadians trying to disengage, and they are able to do so successfully. Blow up comp really doing work here.
4 seconds to taunt. Oh, Kobe was looking for that pick.
He was looking for it, and that's twice. Medivh has died twice, and in the last couple of team fights, he's gotten chunked.
Oh, look
very
at Kobe.
close.
That's so ballsy, you know, he's just standing there saying, hook me, I dare ya. And instead just threw it out and missed.
Hashtag calculated. Just outside of the
Very
ring, get those.
calculated.
Outside of
Yes.
the hook.
Right.
You
I
know
tell
it's
you,
gonna be-
Sapphire has definitely bounced back from the first game, you know. I mean, this is a totally different team I'm seeing at the moment.
It's a really strong draft, a really good game here by Team Sapphire. Rel did rotate in to get this channel. Medivh's gonna go portal in to get the interrupt. Goes back, and oh no, he was not able to get that actually. And we will see the bell tower reclaimed by the Canadian Ewoks. Oh, big hook, big hook!
Oh, wow.
Gorge was on cooldown, but they were able to follow up with it, zone out the target with the Orphea crushing jaws, and get that kill. And now they're on the chase. We see the
Oh,
entomb
Suka.
into the light bomb.
Yep, that's 2 down for Sapphire. Ewok'S with a really nice set of events to lead for those 2 kills. And right away they take the reward, which is a big factor that every coach and captain of a team will always talk to their team about. You know, when we get an advantage, we need to make the best of that advantage. And in this case, it's taking Sapphire's and trying to even out the wall. You know, now the side wall's down, they can go in if they so choose. I mean, they have an escape if something happens.
And look at this, the XP here, Spar. We're even in
Even
XP.
again, yep.
I mean, it's 5 kills to 2 in favor for Team Sapphire, but we're with those most recent kills, with the comeback mechanics, and with Leo's hard double soaking here, they're able to even up the experience. And this game's not over yet, Spar.
No, not at all.
Oh, good route. By
Oh, nice.
Sukov, I think that was, to prevent the kidnap there. And Stitches falls. We do see Leo, he's spec'd into the spectral, or the ominous wraith at 13, so reducing everyone's damage there. And they're fighting this. They're fighting this 4 versus 4.
This is looking, wow. Oh, do they get him? Can they get Leoric? They get Leoric.
That's a double kill for Team Sapphire, and they're
That
looking
is a
strong
double
here
kill.
on a triple Arthur phase. And the Canadian ewok'S, they made a 4 5-man commitment, depending on how you look at it. I think it was going to be 5-man, but Stitches got picked off a little bit too soon, and that allows Sapphire to get the triple channel through.
And you
And
go
that's
boss stand. That's game. That's game.
Just like that.
Wow. That is game. That was so fast.
A really strong draft and execution here by Team Sapphire. Their 4-man was looking hot that game.
Yeah, I mean, that was such a nice comeback by Phoenix Rising Sapphire. I'm at a loss for words, 7-2 in kills. Good, top damage was low because it was a short game, but Tychus at 49, Li Ming with 51. I mean, the healing close on both. So I mean, wow, that was such a well played match, I think.
One thing I do want to shout for on the side of the Canadian ewok'S is Leoric with his double soaking. Like you see, he got 131 siege damage to Arel's 101. And that's with him rotating in at the end for that team fight in the bottom lane.
That is correct.
He was double soaking out of his mind. Like, shout out to Silver Spy for really putting the pressure on to Arel with Meat Drapes there on his Arel.
I 100% have to agree with you.
Again, it was a fun draft. I love the draft on both sides. You can definitely tell that they put a lot of thought into that. Didn't quite work out. I remember listening to Grubby one time. It's like some comps you expect to be ahead. Like before 10s, you expect Sapphire's team comp to be winning this. 10s come in, and then we had the kidnap, we had the gorge, but they weren't able to execute it. They were pushed out because Sapphire was able to take advantage of that early game and get
They
the
never let
10,
go of
get
the
the
lead.
team
I
fight.
mean, it was really well done for them.
You saw the moment they hit 10s, they popped the Odin and were sieging up that bottom tower, really limiting the options of the Canadian ewok'S. I'm just really impressed with how they executed the whole composition here.
Oh, I 100% agree. I mean, that was a beautiful comeback for the teams. Well done, well represented. I mean, they definitely showed, that they had jittery butterflies for game 1, and I think they turned those butterflies into like T-Rexes for game 2, right? Because they came out big, nasty, and just looking for something to eat. I mean, that was such a really well played, and I'm glad that they were able to get success with the comp. They changed it up a little bit, and they got success with it, which is really good.
Props to Sapphire for keeping their heads in the game, being ready to come back here. So I'm really excited for the third game.
Yeah, I have to agree. So again, while we have this moment, while the teams are taking a short little break, this is the Nexomania Season 2, presented by Can't Counterpick Stupid, or CCS Esports, right? The overlay that I'm using is with the courtesy of NGS to allow me to use it. It's Season 10 overlay. Season 11 is not out yet. And I am Sparhawk, and I am your host. And as you can see, I have Tomjin, who is a member of my team on Phoenix Rising Amethyst, co-casting with me. And then what's going to happen on Thursday is I have Meat Drapes, or Blade Drapes, from Phoenix Rising Sapphire, and he is going to be co-casting with me so we can co-cast when Amethyst gets to play, right? I really wanted to make sure I didn't play favorites or think I was bringing in my team just to scout our own organization's team, right? So, and I really want to send a thank you to the CCS, for bringing this Nexomania event to action. We have a lot more teams this season, and I think it's a lot more fun, a lot more variety. And for those who are unaware, it's not a best of three. It's you play three maps, right? And then stay tuned if you'd like for after the next game because it's now we are going to the third game. Is we are going to have a winners interview. So I mean, yeah, stay tuned and let's enjoy what they want to play. I'm going to see if we have a map pick yet. So give me a second. Oh, looks like a lobby is made. Sorry for the cough.
And we are in. So, was it first pick chosen by
The mathematics is chosen by Sapphire. Ewok'S.
Yes, it is, and everyone's running right here. It is 1-1 in this game between Commando and Phoenix Rising Sapphire. And the third map, can I spoil it yet, Spar?
Yes, you can.
Is going to be on Battlefield on Eternity. So Team Sapphire, the Canadian ewok'S are going to be having the first pick in this game, and Team Sapphire taking us to Battlefield of Eternity. So going to see a lot of race heroes with probably lots of Raynor, lots of Vala, maybe even a Hanzo or Lunara, who knows. Yeah, I bet we'll see some cool drafts again here, Spar. I'm excited.
I'm really excited to see how this is going to end. I mean, I am super, super, super hyped. And I want to thank everyone in chat, for, watching the opening night, of Nexomania Season 2. Presented to you by CCS, Can't Counterpick Stupid, right? Great bunch of people in that organization. I'm looking forward to Battlefield of Eternity because it's such a direct, conflicting map, You need to go in with a mindset and you got to follow your game plan. Are we attacking or are we defending, right? Do you want an engaged comp or do you want a stall comp? There's so much that goes into this map and it creates for some phenomenal games.
That's right. What I want to know is, are we going to see another double support comp from the Canadian ewok'S? What do you think, Spar?
I mean, if it's not broke, right? They did really well. I think Sapphire got the early lead and didn't let go, right? So it just spiraled what happened last game. So I think if it's not broke, I would easily run double support style again. Maybe like a Zarya or something.
Yeah, would you ban the variant this time if you were the ewok'S?
It really depends on how much you fear it, right? Or do you have somebody that can punish it? Like in the first game, Sylvanas punished the Varian really hard with the mind controls.
And the Uther as well, I would say.
Yes, I agree, right? So there are heroes that can counter. Heck, even like a Garrosh. Maybe they switch up and take Varian from Kobe and see what other tank he's good on, right?
Yeah,
so it's going to be a good teaser for Game 3.
So we have the first bans coming through. We're about to see. No Hogger picked last match. I guess maybe the teams just haven't gotten enough chance to practice them, or they don't think it quite suits their composition. But I suspect we won't see Hogger being played at all this game, or this series.
Well, a caster can hope. Sergeant Hammer, first ban. Oh, that's respect. On to nobody on Sapphire, I think.
On this map, you do see
she is strong.
Any hero with a bit of poke is very strong here, like the Li Ming, the
Yeah.
hammer. Uh,
Rainer
Hanzo.
Vala.
Rainer and Vala do have to get in a bit closer to get that race, but they are also very strong on this map. I expect Artanis even banned for the amateur opponent.
Yeah, that's a good call, depending on which direction they want to go. I mean, they're going to be able to lock too, so Ewoks are only going to have, um, you know, their one pick, and it has to count.
There we go. They had to take off one piece of the composition. The new thing that Sapphire added in the last comp was the Li Ming, and Li Ming is really strong on this map, so I love the ban
I
here.
really like the Stukov ban here, and I'll tell you why. There's a good chance that Canadian Commando Ewoks are going to pick up one of the carries to win this game, being a Vala or a Rainer, right, with Laming gone and Hammer gone, Artanis. So by them taking one, Sapphire is guaranteed to get the other one if they want it. So they have a good chance of getting like the Vala or the Rainer for themselves. So I really like the Stukov ban here.
And we're not going to see either of them picked. It's going to be a first pick Brightwing.
Would you
Going
double
full,
pick Rainer Vala?
I would see Joe Cassia here,
Oh yeah, I would support that.
but it's a Greymane. Again, Cassia doesn't have as like Greymane is a lot better for the race on this map than Cassia. But Joe Cassia is a combo. You have the Blessed Shield into Valkyrie. You've got the blind synergy. I mean, but the Greymane, I haven't seen Stitch's Greymane, so I'm excited to see what comes to the table here.
I 100% agree.
Our world is worth
Jaina
fighting for.
May, it's all about that frost. That frost. That frost. I like this pickup, right? Because you have your mage, and Jaina can definitely put a hurt on an immortal with her blizzards.
Totally, yeah, it's a strong pick for the race there.
And
I mean,
she'll
Cassia is
also
still
go
up
ahead.
to both sides.
Yeah,
Both
Jaina
sides of the blind.
also empowers May, depending on which level one talent May goes. But if she takes the third talent, I just forget what it's called. I mean,
Oh,
right? Disable targets, slow targets, empowers May.
yeah, I know the one you're talking about.
So I mean, Jaina can really help out, and we have the Malthael banned. So
So
there's,
that could be quite a bit of self-healing for May this game if she does go into that talent, which I suspect she will.
I think she would, right? I mean, the only other really good option at level one is the blizzard that May drops does like tickle damage to the enemies, and I think you want to empower May more than and a Deckard ban.
Deckard, they don't want to see the Stale Island listens. There was a couple times where they
Yeah.
were going in for the engage in the first map in the
Oh,
Stale Isle.
So come back with Andu and Sonya. Meat Drape's just locking in that offlaner right away, saying, "This is who I'm taking. Counter me."
That's right. Sonya was very strong for, I think it was it Silver Spy on the Sonya in the first game?
Yes, it was. I believe.
So they're going to take that away. And that is potentially quite a bit of damage for the Immortal, too. So I really like that pick by Meat Drapes.
Anytime you're ready.
Oh, but we have the Gazlo. It's taken away. Or not taken
Gazlo,
away,
Rainer,
The
and
wait
then
is
Cassia
over.
to finish it up.
And there's the Cassia. Last pick Cassia. Who would have guessed?
Yep.
So are they going to see the switch? No, Lost is on the Cassia. Stitch plated Cassia in the first game, but it looks like this time Lost is going to take it off here.
All right, let's go into game and have some fun, everybody. Again, this is for all the marbles. While we're loading in, I want to say thank you to the CCS organization for putting Nexomania together. Really like the format they're running this year. My first time casting it. I want to thank Tomjin for co-casting with me. I want to thank all of you guys for tuning in to watch the match. And this should be an incredible finale. I mean, I look at both teams, and I think execution falls more on Sapphire. And unless they make abysmal mistakes, I think I have to give this one to the Ewoks. just with their comp. However, I may be wrong. What do you think, Tom?
The Ewoks do have the stronger immortal burn here. I think the team fight, at least pretends, does go to Sapphire. They have the Sonya, they have the Cassia and Joanna combined with for the two blinds, and I wouldn't underestimate the Greymane damage. Post 10s, we have the Grab-A-Bomb by Gazlo. That could be a game changer.
Especially with the fallout from Jaina. Now,
yeah,
are you thinking Jaina is going water elemental for the poke and the slow, maybe like onto Greymane or Cassia? Or do you think maybe the ring? Which one, if you were to be playing Jaina, which would you prefer to take in this match?
Personally, I love the water elemental. I think they already have a great combo for the Grab-A-Bomb if they land it, just having the Mei Blizzard following it up, because it does guarantee that Mei stun. And by the time you dump out a full Jaina combo onto the target, I think they're dead regardless, even if you don't pick ring. And I think they need the race and the slows just to control the Team Sapphire here with the water elemental. So that would be my pick, Spar.
That was a really good, really counter engage for Sapphire, I have to say. Oh, that was a really good ring.
Lots of aggression from Team Sapphire, nearly getting the kill, but in the end, it is lost on the Cassia, who falls here.
First blood. Yeah, really I saw that first engage from the Mei when she came out. It was like, oh, this could be bad. But I think, I really think that Sapphire handled it well, you know, and out of all that engage, to lose one, not so bad, you know.
Really good for Team Sapphire in that fight, but then Blizzard by Mei cutting them off, forcing both Stitch on the Greymane and Lost on the Cassia to step forward to not get stunned. Playing Cassia, you hate to be stunned, like it removes your armor, right? So really well done there, and they were able to find the pick on the Cassia.
Oh, and they're going after
Kobe. Sapphire.
Wow. Kobe down to like 40 odd hit points when that was all said and done. Good job by him for escaping. He's like, guys, I need a moment. I'm going home.
I can't believe they just snuck that camp out from the noses of the Canadian Ewoks. Like, they said, Kobe, you distract them. And boy, did he do it.
He did. I think they really thought they could get the kill on him. So they turned their attention away from... They knew they were taking the camp, too. Right? But they thought they could get the kill on Kobe. So, great play by Kobe, keeping himself alive to that. Especially because Nate had him trapped on the enemy team side and a Blizzard, you know? He had to just wait it out.
Well, look at the top lane here, Spar. We've got another... no respect for the 1v1 here. Jaina is going to move in and secure the camp for... So it's not going to be both camps going over to Team Sapphire. It is going to be 1-1. And double camp pushing in the top lane as we go into the Immortal phase.
Yes, I'm sorry I did not catch that kill. 14 seconds to the Immortal spawn, so lots of time to clean it up. Let's go watch it. Top lane, so we have two up here to clear this out.
They're sending both Greymane and Sonya in here, two-person commitment to clear out the double camp they're pushing there, which should give the Ewoks a chance to get an early burn on the Immortal as we see them moving in here. Anduin nearly getting caught out. Gaz gets stunned by the Gazlo bomb. In the end, it's Kobe who gets picked off, though. And solid burn coming in from the Ewoks here.
Oh, they're trying to race them with Sonya and Greymane.
Sonya and Greymane putting some counter pressure in. They are going to take some damage off the shields here if it does go over to the Ewoks. If not, may give them a chance to turn this around here. And it is going to be the easy burn formations, as it is always for the first Immortal here. So...
Wow, this is such a close fight. I mean, you know they're trying to work on bring that shield down. I mean, their advantage, though, is I would rather see them give up the Immortal and not die like that. Because your first Immortal, he's strong, but he's not super strong, right? I mean, usually he may get a wall, you know, if you protect right. Drapes looks like he is in a world of hurt. he goes down.
Setup that they had there. They sent 3 to try and do damage to their own immortal, and then they sent Sonya and Greymane to try and defend. Not the typical heroes. Normally you'd send the Joanna with the blinds to try and prevent the damage on the opposition immortal.
Yes, I was
If not
sure.
going
Yeah.
X5.
They got a wall, they got a tower, shield is down.
Bold engage there by Mei, trying to push them out and limit the amount of damage that Team Sapphire can do to this immortal. Do you think they can get the fort here? It's looking close.
I think they're going to.
Poke is strong. Raynor is getting rooted, but there isn't the damage to follow up on it, and the fort is going to fall. Are they going to back off? They're looking at it. They might be pushing in to try and get the wall. I don't think they can do it.
No, they won't get the wall. So I think the towers are stronger, and they'll just kill this immortal right away.
Good
You know.
zoning by Sonya, keeping the ewok'S from getting any further unnecessary damage onto the wall. And they're able to quickly clear out that immortal.
Now, do they want to take the chance with their 7s and flashlight? Ooh, face check.
Face check the bush into the Mei, but the Mei was not able to do a setup in time. That Raynor doing some work there.
For sure.
No
Sub-Zero's
punishment for the
really
face
good
check,
with
but
this Raynor.
very strong zoning by the Mei to keep them out from engaging onto that camp.
I mean, like I say, as coaching captains, we always say, you'll always have an ability that can, somebody has an ability that can check, right? Never go in blind.
Unless you're
And
Tracer.
May could have punished, yes.
Oh, big
Oh,
rotation onto.
And they just destroyed Sonya top lane, going for the top wall up here, which I do think they're going to finish off with. But yeah, they should have, I mean, you always want to, like, never face check. You should always flashlight.
Especially on the Joanna there.
Yes.
And it is going to be the double camp here by Canadian ewok'S here. Good XP lead by them going into this
They
next
have their
immortal
10s.
phase.
And it is going to be the water elemental. We have the grab a bomb, 3000. May is going with ice wall. Nice to see instead of the avalanche. Hyperion for Raynor. And Brightwing is going with the blink heal.
So we are going to see potentially even the ice wall into grab bomb combo here, Spar.
Yes.
Oh, Greymane getting caught out. Is he enough to fall? The ice wall, but follow up by the immortal? Not quite. Team Sapphire is able to move out here, and we are going on to the burn.
Oh, it looks like Greymane could go down. Oh, nice Leap of Faith.
Good save by Anduin there.
Or Yeet of Faith. I always forget what that's called. I like Leap of Faith.
Is it the leap of faith or the yeet of faith?
Yeet with a Y. Oh, Joanna goes down.
Joanna
This is
goes
a tough
down.
defense
Joanna was
'cause
trying
they're-
to poke down, limit the burn.
Pretty much a
but
5v4 now, 5v3. With Sonya having to take care of top lane. But it's just over half shielded immortal. Be going to the top lane. Now what's your call? You know it's going top lane? Do you want to go bottom and push for the keep? Or do you push with the immortal just for structural advantage?
I think you split 4-1 here, like they're doing. You do want to keep up that soaking, keep that XP, maintain your advantage. I think it is safer here to be fighting with the immortal, and that's really, they've got the advantage, and they just want to keep that going into the late game. So I love this call here. Gazlo did push out the full wave. Cassia going in deep with the Fen, with the
Shield needed to be used to try and
Surge of Light.
save.
Yeah, Blessed Shield goes out to try and save Cassia, but it's just not enough. Oh. Stitch zoned out by the Immortal stun there, has to go back in, and is caught by the Jam Blizzard. So, really good push here by the looks of it for the Ewoks.
Oh, very, yes.
And
I
that
mean-
was when
Go ahead.
Sonya had just rotated down bot lane to deal with the Gazlo push. So, really good timing for the engage there to get the follow-up kill onto Greymane.
I
You
have
were
to
saying,
agree.
Clark.
Oh, I know. I was saying I have a good feeling they're going to have first keep of the match is going to go down.
It's awfully close here. The
The Immortal's got, he's going to do it. And it's just what else do they want to do? And they have their 4-man back. So,
they're going to back off here, it looks like, which
There's a
Again,
lot of,
talking about the safe call.
yeah, a lot of cooldowns, or a lot of heroics still on cooldown for them.
The grab bomb is still up. We haven't seen the.
No, we haven't seen it at all.
And Gazelle on his own here.
Does anybody go the long way to corner him off?
Oh, Blessed Shield. Curse of Bullet, follow up on it. Somebody, I think, is that the Leap of Faith cooldown that just went off?
I don't think that was the thing. I mean, yeah, I think Gazelle should have been dead.
100%.
Yeah. And it's just little things, teams are learning. This is why the teams are playing, in Nexomania, to fine-tune these things. Oh, but Anduin goes down.
Oh, Anduin gets picked off the ice wall to possibly secure another target here. Joanna going on the back line, allowing Cassie to do some damage. Cassie tosses out the ball, lightning.
Oh, looks
is
like
going to
Lost
get zoned
gonna
off
be
by the
next.
Blizzard, and she is going to get picked off.
Wow.
Lento, again, doing work.
Oh, for sure. 11-0 in kills, 14-12 for levels. 10 minutes in, it looks like they may get a second keep here. And still, no grab bomb.
Still no grab bomb. They're leaving us hanging here. They're 5 men committing here, trying to get the last keep. And surely they're not going core here, right, Spar?
No, they're not going for it. However, once they get this keep down, they back up. They could take their Kaiser camp if they so wanted, or wherever with Witch Doctor. They just want to tell him that he made them fall in love. But I think with this Immortal, if they get the advantage, and if they get 16, it could be a game-ending match. So this falls a lot on PRS to have an engage. Grab bomb goes out finally.
Full combo by
1,
Gazlo.
2.
Rainer is going to fall too. Huge damage. May getting the
4.
combo onto Joanna.
Team wipe.
That's a
Nice
5-man
play.
team wipe.
Yeah, nice play by CCE, or the ewok'S.
And they're going core. They say 5 men. There's a camp pushing into the core. This is it. We're going to try and end. Death timers are still low there.
Very
so
low.
It is a
I
risk.
mean, this is a risky call. Especially with the only heroic they have being the guy who's dead.
Not sure why they're holding. Rainer is holding his heroic. Oh, I guess he's dead. That's of course. Ha.
What? Why are they sitting in the camp? Oh, okay. I guess they're letting him have the win. Right. Sorry about that. Right. So, let's update some stuff. So, with a final tally of 2 wins to 1, we could kind of say the match goes over to Canadian Commando ewok'S. However, it was a great series to watch. Sapphire did pull out the guns in the second, made a really nice game. And in this one, it was just some early deaths that snowballed them, I guess you would say. All right, I'm going to see if I can set up a winner's interview. Just give me a second.
Good. I do want to shout out there to Bamuduho on the Jaina in that last game. 8 kills and top damage across the board. Top damage by a good 10,000 for the next hero. 20,000 over Cassia on the other side. So really rocking it on the Jaina there.
Oh, for sure. It was a really nice game to watch. Right, trying to see if we're going to have a winner's interview. Just letting them know where we are. All right, we are going to get a winner's interview, so just give me a second, everyone. Oh, way to go, Sub-Zero. Really nice job. Oh, and we are going to get the captain of the team. Oh, okay, so Bermudo, we can actually get how to pronounce his name properly.
Commando, great.
Yeah, way to go, Blue Hawk. That was a really nice series to watch, my friend. For a team that came together today, you guys did really, really, really well.
That was a pleasure to watch. All three games really well executed.
Almost the full team. Summer FA.
Excellent,
Hey, that
welcome.
that is fine. Hello, everyone. First off, I want to let everybody know that we have a few people from Canadian Commando ewok'S, so we'll try to talk with each one, and so on and so forth. First off, gentlemen or ladies, I want to say really good games, all three of them. I thought your domination of game one was really nice to see. The double support went really well. I think they may have got the better of you, and we'll talk about it in game two. And I think your comeback in game three, you kind of steamrolled them. So Ewok, let's start with you. Okay, I know the story of who Sapphire was supposed to play, and then I also know what happened. So when did you get word that that team wasn't coming, and then you decided you were gonna like he literally people made this team today, right?
Yeah.
I was there when he started posting. So you go ahead and explain to us, like why you did it. I really want to talk about this because I'm so like
Okay.
I'm really proud of you. Go ahead.
I heard it yesterday.
Right?
Falk hit me up. He told me like, "Hey, do you want to create a team? There's a team that's cannot go. So do you want to create a team or something like that?" I was like, "Yeah, sure. I can sub or create a team, whatever." I didn't know. I didn't understood. My English is not that good, so I understood well that I had to create the team. In my head, I was like subbing until today at 2 p.m. EST that I read my Discord and I was like, okay, I have to create a team right now, create a logo. At least the names were from Valk, so thank you very much for that. That's saving me a lot of job finding a great team. So yeah, I started spamming CCS while working a little bit or going back home, finding people that want to play, like any ranks. It is for fun. It is for coaching people. What is a 5-man stack, or people that don't have experience in a 5-man stack. So I just feel good playing with different people and having free open slots for people that don't have a team and that really want to be in a team and show off what they're capable of. So yeah, that's one of the main reasons I wanted to create an extra team because I have another team on Thursday also.
Oh, awesome. Um, Tom, Jen, and then we'll look forward to playing you guys.
I'll be playing with Amethyst on the Thursday game, so I'm excited to see you here. I really love the drafts you guys put out here. Who is the drafter on your team, and how did you come up with these ideas?
It was kind of split between me and Ewok, I think.
And a little bit of the team also, they have like their own, but mainly uh, we we talk a little bit more before, but yes, it's us two that mostly talk about strategy, and then each of the team members added their own, like, oh, I can play this, I cannot play that, I can play this, let's try this.
So,
Yeah.
Sweet.
derivative. My first question, and then I'm going to ask my second one. Uh, how did you feel coming into the team? When you saw the request go out, you know, that he was looking to build a team. What made you decide, hey, I don't do anything on Tuesdays because we're all in lockdown, so I'll join up, or right. And then going into the team, did you have the expectation of the victory like you guys pulled off tonight?
Well, If I hadn't have joined in with this group, I probably would have just been doing like solo queue Storm League or something tonight. And like customs are always more fun than that.
Right.
But victory, I mean, I wouldn't say I expected us to win, but I was off roll for this team, so like I wasn't sure how it was gonna go.
Awesome. So my second question is, what'd you think of Ewok as a captain for the team? Like, was he
It's
the
always
shot
chill when I
caller?
play with him. It was a mix of people. I feel like we didn't have a designated shot caller.
Okay. My first question to you, Blue Hawk. You know, what do you have to say about coming onto the team with such short notice and filling in, and how the chemistry of you guys? It really, to me, like you guys showed great chemistry in games 1 and 3, right? Now, was that just like luck, or was it that you guys knew you wanted to come in, have some fun, play? What are your thoughts?
I always approach HOTS as a game in where I'm here to have fun and play and learn and grow, and so win or lose, it's always about just having fun. And I think I was part of the original team that was supposed to fight this group today, as well as Silver Spy and Plastician.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, unfortunately, things just fell apart last night in practice, and our team got disbanded. So we had to quickly try and not let these guys down, because these guys played hard and it was a lot of fun to play with them. So, yeah, no, I went into it. This is my first time competing in I guess you could call it professional Heroes of the
Coordinated.
Storm
Oh,
matches.
really?
Yeah, coordinated. There you go. Yeah.
Yeah. You haven't
So
played NGS or anything?
no, this is my first time. So
Did,
yeah, it was a lot of fun. I was really excited about it. I'm glad we can make it happen.
Awesome. Well, I'm really glad that you guys, were able to create the team. I know I was trying to bug poor Ewok all day about like logos, and is it gonna happen? I'm really ready for this. I gotta say, love the logo so far. It's probably got my vote for the best one of any team, right?
Ewok was definitely our saving grace, and I'm super thankful to him for working to try and get us still into the games despite what happened.
Yeah, I've always had fun when I play with Ewok. He's always chill, nice.
Awesome.
You-
Tomjin, do you have any questions for any of the people?
First of all, I want to say give a shout out to you guys for some great plays. Even on the second game, when you guys are down, I could tell you guys are still in it. Like, very close. I don't know if you remember the hook that was like an inch short of Varian.
yes, I just
Wasn't
hit
even an
level
inch.
16, I think. I
Yeah,
missed.
it wasn't even an inch. No way.
Not even an inch. It's like, oh man. So very props to you guys for going in and giving out a good game. I think all 3 games. What would you guys say is the highlight of the night?
There was this one fight on the first map. That was like near the conveyors on their side of the map, and we looked really strong going into the fight. I think we had like 4 turrets or something, and
yeah.
we lost like 4 people, and then
Yeah.
Sonya got a 4-man kill, and we team wiped them.
That in Tomb was so rude.
I think I'd call that. No, not that one. Not the fight we lost.
No, it
the
was
fight
when
you-
Sonya cleaned up. It was when
Yeah, when
Sonya
Sonya
cleaned up.
Yes.
Only me and Sylvan, only Sylvan and Sonya got out.
Well,
That I
you can
think would be
watch
the
the
highlight.
replay, and when that fight occurred, I know exactly the one you're talking about, Derivative. And I said the MVP of that fight, and for me, the MVP of the whole game was your turret uses, right? You guys were so on point when you were dropping your turrets because they were still trying to hold on to theirs. So you would have 4, and they might have 2, but maybe one would get dropped or not get dropped, right? And you guys were just, we're in a fight, we need help. So let's just drop our turret and see what happens. And
I mean,
they helped.
Yeah, so like I want to say our team, like the 5 people that were here tonight, are basically 2 offlane mains and 3 healer mains. So
Oh
I
my
feel like a
God.
lot of like offlaners and healers do really well with turrets because they protect and
That
they,
is
you
awesome
know,
to hear. I know Drapes had whispered me that during your game he was giving props and respect to the offlaner he was going against. So whoever that was, I mean,
It was bad.
Oh, is you?
It'll be
Good.
silver or yeah, him.
Close by, I think, the offlaner. Yep.
Awesome.
Nice.
Blue and silver are the same person.
All right, so I'll just ask maybe a couple of questions directed to Ewok, and then I'll let you guys do your shoutouts.
Okay.
Um, of okay, what made you first? Let's go to we'll do game one, then two, then three. Game one, your draft was beautiful, right? I think Tomjen and I, we liked the draft of Sapphire, and we put execution on you guys, right? Because if you executed properly, then you would have that chance, right? So drafting who you drafted, if you remember, um, why did you decide to go with like the double support with like the Stukov, Uther? Was it for like to have that cleanse when you saw the Varian, or like, what was your thought for game one?
Well, at the beginning, even before the match, we wanted at least one map with double support, if
Okay.
not three of them. So on that mindset, Yuto was automatically pick up as our main tank. But I did a tryout for NGS with another team, and we rolled on a Storm League Yuto Stukov. I was Stukov, and the main tank was Yuto, and that's what I said on this one. Let's do Stukov Yuto because it's very strong.
Yes, it is. I agree.
It's very strong the stun, and with that duo, I think for the rest just came like as a puzzle coming into places for the draft.
Yeah, and you could see
yeah.
the respect coming. Sorry to interrupt you there, Ewok.
It's all good. Continue.
Yeah, you could see the respect from Team Sapphire there with the counter picking away the Stukov in the second game, and then banning it in the third game. So, just goes to show just how strong that matchup is and how well you executed in the first game.
I think for the second map, banning Brightwing instead of Stukov was maybe one of the downfalls. We were trying something new, but I think the retrospective told us Stukov might be a problem there, and it was right.
So,
Was it?
just to ask, Darude, go ahead.
I don't remember. What about? I don't remember.
When I banned the Brightwing and we wanted to go with
They picked Stukov.
yeah, and you said Stukov can be a problem.
Yeah, we'd been planning on going Medivh, Stitches, and third ban. I was like, maybe we should ban Stukov because he can stop people from going into the portals.
I had so much
Never mind.
excitement when I saw Medivh Stitches. I knew exactly. Hopefully, I was hoping how the plan was going to unfold.
we tried.
Oh, you did. And it was,
How did you feel going into that second game with the draft that you were up against? With Varian, Taunt Varian, the Li Ming, the Stukov, the Tychus, with your Kidnap comp.
I
I thought it
was
was
hyped.
going to be a fun game no matter what direction
Yeah.
it went.
I was hyped still. It's the Stukov. The Stukov was a problem for me, honestly. Those I think I hooked Gorge Varian, and he just root me in silence, and the portal was just next to me.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah, I was like, fudge.
yes.
Okay. Yeah, that Stuka was very, very on point.
Yes, he was. Fluffy's. I give him props. I've known him for a while, and I thought he did a really good job into that role. And I really enjoyed the second game. I mean, how it ended really surprised me. Like Tomjin and I were both like, "Oh my God, it's over!" Right? It's like we didn't realize the position, that they put you guys into.
Yep.
So, I have to give Sapphire props for that. They played against you, dealt with it, and they were really aggressive. Like they were pretty passive the first game. That second game, they came out swinging.
We were trying so hard to make our comp work in that second game that we kind of just forgot the objective, and we're just
Right.
like, "Can we get this to work?"
I felt
Oh,
bad
shit,
for
we
your
were
Medivh. I felt bad for the Medivh, because he got killed a couple times early, to reset his stacks, and it's like, oh, that's never good.
But you guys nearly came back. Like you or even XP 15-15. I thought you guys might be able to pull off a comeback there, but
Yes.
Yeah, I think was doing great double soaking. Well, we were just doing nothing in the 4-man.
All right, so
But
let's move to game 3 and the final set, the one that everybody just watched. Did you guys have a okay? Let's go this way because we want to win, or was it let's just take this to see what happens?
I'll be honest, we were not very on the same page in the tank part because I think half of the team wanted double support again.
Okay.
But I do not like those double support in Battlefield of Eternity. So I decided just to go with my Mei. We had already Brightwing, so I feel like Brightwing really doesn't need another support to help her or to be
Right.
supportive. Brightwing can do everything
Yeah,
alone.
she's a very strong healer right now.
So I don't think like being Uther there will have been a good choice for me, especially on a map when I need to zone a lot. So I went with my Mei that I love Mei, and I know I can zone and try to peel for my team.
Well, you played really like a really good May, and what surprised me, and this is like really, I mean, I saw your comp and I was like, oh, this is a dangerous comp, right? And I gave you guys the win on the comp pick. Um, but what really surprised me are 2 points. One, when they snuck that first camp from you guys, when I actually thought you were going to get the Joanna kill, which you ended up getting a little bit later on, but they got that first camp on the bottom from you. And the second time, when they came in, Kobe made the unfortunate error of, well, two of them face checked, and you standing right there, right? I thought, oh, this is gonna hurt, right? I thought for sure you were gonna saw them coming in, you were just gonna freeze them and let them just deal with the death. That was so well set up.
Yeah, it's about being passionate. I think the bottom, yeah, we were like, I wanted the kill to Joanna, and Terry wanted the camp. We
Okay.
should run to the camp, honestly, but that camp this early, we can defend it.
Yes.
A kill, yes, at that point it's not very much, but still a kill on the tank. So the better they're afraid, the better for us. But I agree, the camp should have been the top priority right there.
Well, right now in chat, I can tell you that Bloody, Drapes, the offlaner for Sapphire, is saying that your May was nasty. And that at the end of the game, all they could say was "Wow." So that was really well done. Um, so unless if Tomjin has any questions, I will start with Ewok and then Derivative and Blue Hawk if you guys want to do shoutouts. So Tomjin, do you have anything?
No, I just once again well played, and I'm excited to see you guys as the season goes on, perhaps on the Thursday.
All I can say about that third is that I'm still salty they banned my Urtanus.
Yes.
Hey,
Yes.
I'm glad you got to go Gaz because I got to teach you a little something about Gaz.
No, that
Oh,
was Silver. That was
Oh, wait.
I went Rainer.
Wow.
I got y'all's Discords confused.
It's so wild. I
think
mean, you
Silver
guys
Spy was
sound
on
like
the
you're
gas.
so discombobulated. You don't know who's playing what, right? But in
Well, we
game,
formed a team 4 hours ago. so-
exactly. No. I'm giving you
They-
props for what you pulled off. I mean, right? Like it's total props for what you guys pulled off. And it's just hysterical listening to you talk, saying, "Who are you playing?"
I don't think we even knew while we were actually playing. We're just like, okay, let's do this.
Yeah, it was very well done. So, um, yeah, if you guys don't have anything to add, I'll start with Ewok, and then we'll go to Derivative and Blue Hawk, and you're welcome to do your shoutouts. Floor is yours.
Well, shout out to the team. To the team right now, very well played for the last 4 hours. That we just made it on the rush. I shout out my Uther Lumberjack for Osprey and Wolf because of the Lumberjack talk. And to you guys, you casters, thank you for casting us. The chat,
You're welcome.
and, CCS, of course, CCS. Thank you for this opportunity to help people learn being a 5-man and try like to meet more people.
Exactly. Well, I saw that Covey had asked he wanted to talk to you about the chance of maybe scrimming on another day. So, I mean, I'm sure he's going to try and contact you and set something up.
If we scream, we are gonna play our main roles. Uh, I'm not bound to Valk's power here on
Right.
scrim.
All right. Derivative. Go ahead. Floor's yours.
Shout out to Valk. He knows what he did.
Yes, I agree. I was a part of most of it while it was developing throughout the day, so I agree. Falk did a really
No,
good job.
no, that it's not a good shout out. Shout out to Valk. He knows what he did.
Okay, okay, fair enough. Anything else?
No, that's my only shout out.
Okay. Yeah, Blue Hawk or
Well, first, huge shout out to my team for sticking with it, especially Silver Spy and Blastation. We've been having a rough few days in practice, and we pulled together and were able to still be able to compete and have a good set of games. So huge shout out to them. Huge shout out to Ewok, absolutely, because not only did he save our butts in being able to put this team together, but also he's the one responsible for getting me into CCS and NGS and all that stuff. So huge shout outs to him. Huge shout outs to the other team for coming out, playing their hardest, and giving us some really great games. And I think they're great players, and I think that we're gonna have some exciting matches to come. Yeah, and huge shout outs to Valcomer for being so understanding with what happened with our team originally, and for giving us a second chance and helping us get in contact with Ewok to figure things out.
yeah, I have to say, I mean, I was I was excited, and then when I got the news today when I woke up that your team wasn't there, I felt really like bad and sad, you know, how it disformed. And so like I said, I wasn't aware that a few of you were already on the original team. So I mean, I give props to you guys for sticking to your guns for wanting to play in it, and Ewok for creating the team. I mean, I love the name, right? As a Canadian myself, anyway.
Nice, nice.
Both Spar and I are Canadians, so
Yes.
special appreciation here.
Yeah, yeah. So this is like, yeah, I thought it was great, right?
So hard finding acronym for CCS with and or Ewok. It was
Yes.
so.
Yeah, the E throws it off, but it was fine, right? I mean, like I said, props to you guys. I just want to say congratulations again, and I'm not sure what your plans are now, but I thank you for playing tonight. I thank Sapphire for playing, and I'll let you guys go about your business. That you go back to Heroes of the Storm or practice with your team or your regular team. Thanks again for an entertaining day one of the
Thank you very
CCS.
much. Thank you very much.
Take
Yeah,
care,
thanks
guys.
Thank you
Pleasure
guys
to
so
watch.
much for casting and doing this. It's great. Thank you.
My pleasure.
Have a good night.
Take care.
Right?
Okay, so let's wrap things up. It was a really good match for both teams tonight. Both teams pulled off, a win, which was really nice to see. So I want to say thank you to the teams for playing. Thank you to the teams for allowing Tomjen and I to cast the match. I want to say thank you to um, the NGS for allowing me to use their overlay. I hope it worked well or well enough. And I want to say thank you to CCS Esports organization for presenting Nexomania Season 2. I want to say thank you to all you people for tuning in. and and again, if you're new here, leave a follow. I'll be casting again on Thursday. I'll be casting Phoenix Rising Amethyst against whoever they are playing against, and actually the offlaner from tonight's match with Sapphire, uh, Drapes, will be co-casting with me, right? So we'll be able to have an offlaner perspective as well for the game on Thursday. Um, Tomjen, anything you want to say or add? How was your first night as a co-caster? What did you think?
I had fun. It was great to see these two teams clash, to see the drafts unfold, and see how it ended up being played out. So thanks a lot for having me here, Sparhawk.
Oh, it was my pleasure. I mean, I'm more than happy to cast alone, but I really want to try and get players from teams, if they want to try and co-cast with me and bring a different perspective. You know, this way here, people are getting opinions from not just a caster and a player. You're getting one more directly from a player, right? Which I'm really excited about. I've really enjoyed your enthusiasm for the casts and the fights, and yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what. Unfortunately, it's my team, or not my team, but Amethyst, um, and what they're going to be able to do. You know, and at least now, Tomjin, the ice, your ice has been broken, right? So now you know what to expect and to take back to Amethyst and let them know,
There we go.
even
Yeah.
though we don't know the team.
I'll see you on the other side of the fence on Thursday there, Sparhawk.
You take care, man, and I will talk to you soon.
Okay. See ya.
Cheers, man.
Cheers.
All right. So with that, everyone, again, give my shout outs to, support for the community and so on and so forth. I hope everyone has an enjoyable evening, and I have the opportunity to see you guys all on Thursday if you're not a player, right? Or again, I will be casting probably Sapphire's match next week, right? So it'll be about the same time, same bat channel, same bat station. So everybody have a great night, and I will see everybody very soon. Take care.